Okay, let's talk about something that can bring your super fast-paced DC life to a sudden, grinding halt. I'm talking about a broken water heater. It's a problem that needs a fix, like yesterday. And today, we're going to get into why that's often easier said than done, right here in the nation's capital.
I mean, seriously, just think about it for a second. What is actually worse than that moment you step into the shower, you're expecting it to be nice and hot, and bam, you get hit with a blast of ice cold water? It just completely ruins your morning, your whole routine. And then, to make matters even worse, you call for help. You're in a panic, and this is what you hear. We can fit you in next week. A week? A whole week of cold showers, of trying to wash dishes, of just chaos. In a city that runs on a tight schedule, that is just not going to work.
So yeah, this is what we're calling the cold shower problem. Because for anyone living a busy life in DC, a broken water heater isn't just some small inconvenience. No way. It is a major, major disruption that can throw off an entire week of work, school, you name it.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. See, finding a quick fix in Washington, D.C. is actually a lot more complicated than in other places. And that's because the city's housing is so diverse and, frankly, unique. It creates some very specific challenges.
Just take a look. If you live in a historic row home, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those tight basements and plumbing that's, well, let's just say it's seen a few things. Then you've got luxury condos that need sleek, space-saving systems. And of course, single-family homes with kids and laundry need a ton of hot water. A one-size-fits-all approach? It just doesn't fly here. So when you're in that panic mode, where do most people turn? You guessed it, the big box stores, the national chains. But, as you might have guessed, this very common choice can actually lead to a whole new world of frustration.
And the difference is, well, it's night and day. With the national chains, you're often looking at long delays, subcontractors who might not know DC's quirky codes, and all sorts of hidden costs. But a local specialist, they're usually built on same-day service, with experts who know the local codes inside and out, and they give you clear, transparent pricing. The difference is pretty huge. So, let's flip the script and talk about the solution. What does that promise of same-day service actually mean? I'll tell you this much. It's a lot more than just showing up fast.
This is absolutely crucial. Same-day replacement isn't just slapping a patch on the problem. It's a complete top-to-bottom service. We're talking everything from the moment you first call to the final installation, and even making sure you understand your new system, all done in just one day.
So how do they actually pull this off? Well, it really boils down to 4 key things. They respond immediately, so you're not left wondering. Their trucks are literally warehouses on wheels, fully stocked and ready to go. They know DC codes, so every install is done right. And finally, they actually take the time to educate you, the homeowner. And you want to talk about experience? Think about this number for a second. 10,000. That's over 10,000 water heaters replaced right here in the DMV. That is a ton of real-world, hands-on experience. And that experience goes way, way back. We're talking about serving the DC area since 1986. That's decades of dealing with those tricky row home basements and complex condo systems we were just talking about. That kind of local knowledge is priceless. Okay, so we've established the service is fast, it's local, and it's experienced. But let's be real for a second. An emergency replacement sounds expensive, right? Well, this is where a smart approach can actually turn an unexpected headache into a really savvy financial move. Now, here's a little known secret for a lot of DC homeowners. The city and the federal government actually have amazing incentives if you upgrade to an energy-efficient system. There are DCS EU rebates and federal tax credits up for grabs. A true local specialist knows exactly how to help you claim every single dollar, so you're not leaving any money on the table. And get this. On top of all that, some of the best services also give you a free hot water assessment report. This goes right back to that idea of homeowner education. It gives you all the info you need about your new system, its life expectancy, and how you can save even more on energy down the road.
All right, let's wrap all of this up. What's the big takeaway here? For anyone who owns a home in Washington, D.C., understanding these differences is absolutely critical for when, not if, that dreaded cold shower finally hits.
It really all comes down to 4 things. First, speed. Same day shouldn't be a luxury, it should be the standard. Second, expertise. You need someone who knows DC homes, period. Third is value. clear pricing combined with real help getting those rebates. And finally, trust, the kind that's earned over decades of service.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought, one last question. In a city that is always on the move, a city that never, ever waits, when it comes to something as essential as hot water, why on earth should you?